Saturday afternoon and I just got back from the gym and I have not showered yet and I am starving because I actually ran an errand right after the gym. I usually like to eat within an hour. But what I want to show you today is how I have food available, ready to go, cleaned, cut, and prepared. I am making a salad with fresh vegetables. So I have a big bowl that I am going to put on the kitchen scale, and I'm going to measure everything that I'm putting in there because I track my food, and this is one of the best ways to ensure that you're on track with your calories and your macros, especially if you're in a fat loss phase. This is the first bowl I have of red leaf lettuce. I'm just gonna put some in here. This was already ready to go. I washed it the other day. And then I have some iceberg lettuce that was left over from taco salad. So I'm just putting in like 30 to 40 grams of each of those. I have some sugar snap peas that I already have cleaned. I bought these at the farmer's market. So I'm gonna put these in. Gonna zero out the scale. I will put in 55 grams of those. And then I have some carrots and radish, and I'm just going to cut it as I eat it because I want to show you how quickly I can put this together. Just gonna put that in, and then we're gonna put some radish. I could cut it before I put it in, but I'm just showing you how quickly. And ideally what I would do is have the carrots and the radishes sliced so they're ready to go. I didn't do that this time. And then I'm going to put in, for a little bit of crunch, some pumpkin seeds, which has some healthy fat and some fiber. And then I'm just gonna put in some Romano cheese, Parmesan Romano cheese from Trader Joe's for a little flavor and a little bit of fat. And my rule of thumb with fat, and I consider cheese a fat source, not a protein source. Same goes for eggs and seeds. They're more of a fat source, healthy fats. So I just use a little bit almost as a garnish. And then, of course, my protein. I made this chicken in the Instapot a couple of days ago, and I had this gochujang, I don't know how to pronounce it, from Trader Joe's. I'll post it here. And then a little bit of miso, so it's an Asian flavor. I just like to mix it up. Sometimes I'll use salsa verde, sometimes I'll use barbecue sauce, sometimes I'll just use chicken broth or a simmer sauce. And then I just have chicken ready to go. And then what I'm going to do is put in about 5 ounces, 5.4, okay. Then you must be thinking, okay, how about salt and pepper or salad dressing? And I am not a big fan of salad dressing, store-bought salad dressing. And the reason is that it's very high in fat, number one, and high in calories, and a lot of seed oils like soybean oil, vegetable oil, and I like to just use extra virgin olive oil. And normally I have dressing made in a little jar. I don't have that today. So I'm just gonna sprinkle it on top with some vinegar. This is a peach balsamic vinegar from a local store. And then sometimes what I'll put on is this balsamic glaze, which has a little bit of sweetness. Today I'm gonna stick with peach because it's summertime. And then sometimes just adding in a little bit of Dijon mustard can be, I don't know, makes it taste a little creamy. You could also add like non-fat yogurt. And then I'm just gonna put some hot peppers, hot and sweet peppers from Trader Joe's for a little bit of heat. Let's just sprinkle some of the olive oil on, and then I'm going to do the vinegar, and then we'll put some of these peppers, jalapenos, and then a little bit of mustard. I'm gonna stir it up first. So what I'm going to do now is show this to you, and then what I'll do is I'll cut it. So I'm just going to take a fork and a knife and just kind of mix in everything. I could even take some tongs and kind of mix it up. So I'll show you in a minute. So I'm literally just cutting the carrots, cutting the snap peas, cutting the radish. Now, like I said, normally I would have had this already chopped and ready to go. My goal was to get them clean and in a container so that I would use them. And I feel like this is one of the biggest things I talk to clients about, which is get your vegetables, your fruits cleaned, cut, put in a storage container, you are more likely to eat them if they're ready to go. Because when you're hungry, like I am after coming back from the gym, you don't want to mess around with cooking, taking an hour. That is no fun. And it is so exciting to know that you have food ready to go in the refrigerator. You don't have to spend extra money. You don't have to do takeout. You know you're getting a healthy meal. And there are actually studies that look at people who eat more meals at home automatically have a healthier body and better body composition and can stay at a healthy weight. It's just easy all around. You know what you're eating, you know what you like to eat. Now, I'm serving this to myself, so it's not a big deal. But if I was making this for somebody else, I would mix it in one bowl and serve it in a different bowl. And I forgot the salt and pepper, so I'm gonna grab that. And I think I've said this before, I am not a clean cook. It will look beautiful on the plate. It will look beautiful in the bowl. And you know what? Looks kind of messy in this bowl, so I'm gonna switch it to another bowl because I wanna show you the finished product and I want it to be pretty. I don't need tongs, I'm just pouring it in. That's actually another trick. If you want your food to look good, I learned this from a friend who's a food stylist. Pick a smaller bowl and then it actually looks like there's more food because it's taking up more space in the vessel that you're serving it in. So that's just another little trick for you. So this is it. And I'm so excited to eat it. And then what I'm going to do is probably have a piece of sourdough bread on the side because I just worked out. And the goal is to get carbs and protein after you work out. So protein to rebuild the muscle that you tore so that you can rebuild it and build new muscle. And then carbohydrates to replenish the energy that you depleted, or the glycogen. Carbohydrates turn into glycogen. So here is my salad. I'm so excited to eat it.